Imagine being told you'll never succeed. Your teachers call you lazy, and you feel like you're falling behind every single day. But instead of giving up, you decide to fight back. This is the incredible, true story of Richard Branson, a kid who struggled to read properly but turned his biggest challenges into his greatest successes. Richard Branson was born in London in 1950. From his earliest days, school felt like a battlefield. He had undiagnosed dyslexia, which made reading and writing incredibly difficult. His teachers didn't understand his condition. They just saw a student who was failing. His school reports were harsh, with one teacher famously predicting he will either end up in prison or become a millionaire. With no qualifications to his name, Richard left school at just 16. But what looked like the end was actually the beginning of an extraordinary journey. At 16, with the odds stacked against him, Branson launched a youth magazine called Student. He might not have been a writer, but he was a natural connector, a visionary, and a doer. He started interviewing influential people, building a powerful network, and that momentum led him to found Virgin Records. That single record label was the seed that grew into the Virgin Group, a global empire spanning airlines, telecommunications, hotels, and even space travel. So, what was his secret? He never allowed his weaknesses to define him. As he often says, my biggest motivation, just to keep challenging myself. But Branson's path to success was anything but a smooth ride. He faced massive challenges. Lawsuits that threatened everything, moments of near bankruptcy, intense media pressure, and personal failures that would have crushed most people. Yet, he always kept moving forward. He saw failure not as a dead end, but as a crucial part of the journey. In his own words, you don't learn to walk by following rules, you'll learn by falling over. His dyslexia didn't stop him, it forced him to adapt. He learned to delegate, to build strong, talented teams around him, and to stay laser-focused on his vision. Richard Branson's story holds powerful lessons for all of us. It proves that you don't need perfect grades to achieve incredible things. It shows that your perceived weaknesses can actually become your greatest superpowers, forcing you to innovate and find unique solutions. It teaches us that self-belief is far more important than anyone else's approval, and that taking action is always more powerful than just endlessly planning. He didn't wait for permission. He didn't wait until he felt perfectly ready. He just started. So, maybe you've been told you're not good enough. Maybe the traditional path of school didn't work out for you either. But remember, your past does not define your future. Richard Branson built a global empire with a learning difficulty and no degree. The only real question is, what's stopping you? Life isn't going to wait. So why should you? Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video. Your story isn't over yet.